Good evening and welcome back to Basically Morning News. For those of you returning, we're very happy to see that you're back. For those of you catching us for the first time, I'm sorry. I'm here tonight with Patrick Thompson. We are here to discuss the happenings of the day and of the weekend, I suppose, at this point, as written at our previous meeting. How are you, Mr. Thompson?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I'm here at the remote studio in San Antonio.
San Antonio? Man, there's only two things that come from San Antonio.
Oh, man, I hope you're talking about the Riverwalk in the Alamo.
Yep, that's exactly it. Yep.
Wrong.
Well, I'm sad to hear that you're missing out on your Riverwalk tonight.
You know what? Believe it or not, I enjoy doing this way too much to have family time. No.
Well, since you enjoy it so much, let's get to this week's rundown. All right, so this first one comes from Mr. Patrick here. In fact, a lot of these will this time around, so prepare yourselves. Mr. Patrick, take it away.
All right, first up on the docket, a not haunted house scares up interest in Massachusetts town.
You said a not haunted house?
A not haunted house. We'll get into that. A Massachusetts woman noticed something strange about the for sale sign outside a home in her neighborhood. On top of the sign, with the name of the broker and their contract information, was a sign with the words "not haunted" in big red letters.
It's haunted.
It's haunted. It's totally haunted. Totally haunted. 100% ogres living in the basement.
It's out of my swamp.
Get out of my swamp. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. But seriously, she said in the article that she called the real estate company to find out about it, and they have no fucking information about it either. So probably just some neighborhood pranksters, and they're just scaring the bejesus out of this one broad who's like, "Oh no, it's haunted and ghosts." It's like,
I know that my family, I don't know if they're believers or not, but they definitely are interested in the.
Aren't those the people who like Justin Bieber, right?
No, not believers, not believers. Believers, as in nomine Patri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti, Amen. That one.
Now, why's my skin burning?
The power of psoriasis compels you.
It's bubbly. So stupid.
Well, they're very interested in occult happenings, so I might actually run this story by them at one point or another. But if there's one thing I want in a house, is that it is not haunted. So clearly, this is a great deal, especially since it comes in 14% under market. So by the time you clear your escrow fees, your closing costs, and all that other shit, and your broker takes a cut, you're only going to be 5% over market.
So here's the thing. I will go for a haunted house all day, every day, because I can get that bitch at rock bottom pricing.
It's free real estate. just it's like the demons in the house know when it's not owned by the bank anymore, and so does the bank, because the bank's just like, oh god, the voice has finally stopped. You get the mortgage paid off, and the demons just fully latched on to you now.
The mortgage and the deed and the title, it's not even on fucking paper. It's on like 1800 parchment made from skin, but like the weirdest skin imaginable, like from baby chickens or seals. Just it's all stitched together, and it's like, to sign the deed, you just got to put your blood mark there.
You know, I was wondering why they had me do that.
Oh,
you're stuck in here with me.
Oh my god, that reminds me of a fucking Nick Cage movie that just came out. I need to watch.
Was it was it not Man of Tai Chi? Was it? Oh shit.
I would live in a haunted house. Same. So many spirits. You're never alone. It's like, can you at least pick up after yourself, you piece of shit, or pay some rent?
Look, I got so many spirits in my house. The bar called asking if I closed my tap.
Tis. Are we doing the Gap Factory right now?
No. I mean, maybe, I don't know. So let's see. Let's see what else you got for us, Patrick. What else you got?
Tennessee man finds his $1 million lottery ticket in a parking lot. He lost it. A Tennessee man was able to turn his luck around by finding his missing ticket in the parking lot where he dropped it. He retraced his steps. The amount was $1,178,746. Keep the change, Texas or Tennessee Education Lottery. So, guy got fucking lucky. He must have had a fucking horseshoe in his ass.
Man,
it's like, what was it? No fucking wind for the 4 hours it was missing.
Man, I'd imagine that ticket would have been like the feather at the beginning of Forrest Gump.
Man, let that shit happen in the middle of Texas. That shit will disappear like a set of rims at a Puff Daddy concert.
Oh, Jesus. Did you have that one loaded?
No.
That was good.
It's adapted from Larry the Cable Guy thing. But hey, at least I give credit where credit is due. I'm not Carlos Mencia.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
all right.
I'm hitting hard that tonight.
Fire. Yeah,
hitting hard. Jeez. Come at me, Carlos. We're more famous than you.
At this point, we probably have more followers. Thank you to all 30 of you. Well, I mean, his entire shtick is based around something that probably just would not even get off the ground today. So,
and that was only 12 years ago?
Yeah. But I mean, here's the thing is I actually really liked the Mind of Mencia show when it came out. I actually
for like the first 30 minutes. And then you realized when you grew up, it's like, oh yeah, this was all in bad taste.
I haven't watched it recently. It probably is, but I don't know.
I hear a car. No. The next thing I have.
Don't worry, it's non-diegetic.
The next thing coming from the desk of Patrick Thompson, Cinnamon Toast Crunch investigating claim of shrimp tails in cereal. Twitter users are scratching their heads over a Los Angeles man's claim he found shrimp tails in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but they claim that it's just caked up sugar and cinnamon. I'm sorry. I've seen sugar dried in a lot of forms. That is not one of them. I'm sorry. That is, the shrimp is in the crunch.
I have no idea how a shrimp tail would even be in the same factory producing cereal, which is just wheat and sugar. I don't know how they would do that.
I don't know, but if you look on the box at the bottom, it says may contain seafood and packed in a facility that also processes fish. I'm kidding. It doesn't say that, but it should.
If they're really in there, I mean, this is another one of those things. Like, is the dress blue or green, or is it blue or black? Right?
Is it saying Laurel or Yanni?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things. Like it makes me at this point. I'm a weirdo. But whenever I see news like this, I go, okay, what do they not want me to see? What's going on right now?
Reminds me of a Keenan and Kel episode where they found a screw in a can of tuna, but come to find out, Kel actually put the screw in the tuna right as they were at the court case, getting ready to close on a very large payment. Kel got up and was like, I put the screw in the tuna. It's like, come on, Kel, shut the fuck up. 30 more seconds, we would have been rich, bitch.
People have gotten a lot less rich for a lot shadier shit.
Right.
Damn.
Next up on the docket, I have Florida naked woman rescued from storm drain after unknown length of time. A naked Florida woman was rescued from a Delray Beach storm drain Tuesday after becoming trapped for an unknown length of time, the authorities said. Cruz dropped a ladder and harness down the drain to lift her out after a passerby heard someone calling for help below. It was only 8 feet deep, Like, unless she was like 4'3", like she could have vertical jumped and crawled out like Pennywise and shit. So I mean, that's my thought. Delray Beach, Derry. Maybe this is the third iteration of Pennywise, and this is just the studio's playing up a new gag, right?
Or maybe it's just the porn parody.
Oh my god! What would the porn name be? Titty Wise?
No, Penny Thighs.
Oh yeah, there we go. Penny Thighs sounds like some kind of Jewish fly trap thing to get married.
Part 3.
Oh my god, it's so terrible. Speaking of Judaism, which was a bad segue, I just want to say happy Passover to all my Jewish friends out there. I know I have a lot of them, and you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I don't really know what Passover is. I just know it's celebrated around Easter. So thanks. Enjoy your non-bread.
Yeah, have a good time with your families
and your unleavened bread.
Speaking of which, it seems like we might have gotten some papers shuffled here. One moment, while we're on the discussion of time spent with family, spent in a home that could always benefit from the presence of improved materials, goods, and otherwise delightful things to scatter about your homestead. Let's take a brief moment here to talk to our first sponsor tonight, Mimi's Gifts.
Need a great gift or a beautiful new furnishing for a space in your home? Browse on over to mimisgifts.com. Here at Mimi's, we have beautiful decor for every room in your house. And remember to use promo code KWZL20 at checkout for 20% off of your entire purchase. That's right, 20%. Next time you need something exquisite, remember, mimisgifts.com. Bring something beautiful home today.
Exquisite, mediocre, who cares? It's still nice.
So we're hitting Tennessee really hard today. So let's get this one here. Tennessee woman attacked and robbed a 14-year-old trampoline park employee. So the article reads, Tennessee police say 5 women assaulted a 14-year-old worker and stole her cell phone and headphones Sunday. The victim, an employee at the Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park in Memphis, had asked the group to leave, according to local media. Why were they asked to leave is the question I have, and for what reason being asked to leave would drive you to steal the phone and audio? Why would you steal something with a GPS tracker in it?
Because people are idiots, man. Like, they want, everybody wants something for nothing, right? Like, isn't that
money
become? Yeah, I know, right? Hasn't that become like the thing in the U.S.? Like, I want to get as much as I can for free, which leads people to steal and do unjust things because they think that they are entitled to something. Just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're entitled to somebody else's shit.
And what gets you? What did she like take a shit in a trampoline park or something? What did she do to get kicked out of a trampoline park? Like, the things you can do at a trampoline park, you get kicked out of other places for doing at those other places. Like, if you jump on a trampoline and just land on the floor next to somebody, they might be like, "Hey, man, gotta go." But at the trampoline park, they're like, "Yeah, it's fun, do it." And so, like, one can only imagine the extreme nature of what she must have done to present such a huge threat to be asked to leave a trampoline park, and then how ridiculous she must have been to realize that for time lost, the appropriate recompense was to steal the headphones and cell phone of a 14-year-old child.
I'm telling you, I've been to trampoline parks and I love it so much, so very much.
I've been once. I was, oh God, I must have been 24 when I went. And so I was kind of getting a little older, and I'm a bigger guy, so I was jumping around in there, and I didn't have all the muscles that I should have had to be doing that kind of extreme activity with my back and stuff. So I was a little beat up, but man, was it fun. Support your local trampoline park, America.
Exactly.
Just not the people who get kicked out and steal phones. And
so, oh my God. Moving forth, we have a TikTok user tosses rice to create 3D works of art. It's one of the latest social media trends, and what it is, basically this guy lays out grains of rice, tosses it in the air, and as you can see there, he does like some Captain America BS, all kinds of stuff, words and all that, and it came out of boredom during the, what's it called, the quarantine of doom. But yeah, so it's just crazy. And it's really cool. Like I've never seen anything like it. To be able to orchestrate that many pieces of rice on there, and be able to color them and all that, and get them to show up in some resemblance of a shape people recognize. I find that pretty neat. But then again, I'm a fan of like Banksy, so whatever.
I don't know if Banksy would call himself an artist, but
he's a criminal.
No, like there's artists that like don't consider themselves like Dada. They're like, is it art? Like Dadaists might not consider their stuff art. I don't know. I don't know that there's this thing, but who I tell you is definitely not a fan of that?
Who?
Pigeons.
Oh man, I love feeding pigeons Alka-Seltzer. It just puts a nice wholesome feeling in my heart to know that in 5 minutes their little bodies will be somewhere.
Burp or die, pigeons. We don't have the physiology to burp and die.
I made you some rice pudding with an Alka-Seltzer spritzer.
An Alka-Seltzer spritzer. Oh boy.
Hey, if you don't have any carbonated tonic water for your gin and tonic, just drop an Alka-Seltzer in the bottom of the glass, add your gin, there you go.
And then you don't even dilute the gin, right? Because you can just get it to bubble through the gin alone and make the gin bubbly.
There you go.
What if you got a soda stream? But then you don't get the quinine, because the quinine is what makes the gin and tonic so interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
that's
people,
where like.
Well, I don't think people realize there's a difference between tonic water and soda water.
I think. Well, if you pour soda water onto your hand and leave it there for a minute, it's like soda water. You pour tonic water onto your hand, you leave it there for a minute, and it's a sticky mess. So.
I feel like there's a Jeff Goldblum reference here.
There's thing.
Life will find a way.
We'll find a way.
We shoot in one last quick rundown story. I find this one kind of weird, kind of disgusting, kind of funny. Man pees on child's memorial and gets fired by his own father. A New Jersey man who was filmed grinning as he urinated on a memorial to a dead child has been fired by his boss, who happens to be his father. He was wearing a shirt with the Bruce Bellis Plumbing and Heating logo on it as he peed on the memorial to a 9-year-old Christian Crop in Mays Landing playground after placing a beer can on the ground. I had to, this is from the father. I had to remove him from employment. He told the press Atlantic City News, "We apologize to the family. I'm sorry for his actions. I'm not proud of him." Just straight up threw his son under the bus like, this guy is a piece of shit.
He said, ultimately, it's my fault. Maybe we didn't teach him right. That is a rarity in today's culture.
Oh, yeah.
That is gnarly.
Yeah, most definitely. And I applaud that guy for getting rid of that shitty employee, hopefully kicking his son out of his basement at the same time. It's like, God damn it, Brian, you caused more negative publicity at the graveyard.
Well, you don't have to worry about him being in the basement because he was arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, he's only 23 years old. So he probably was living with his parents. Son of a bitch.
It's like, what'd you do time for? I pissed on a child's grave. Oh, okay. Oh, really?
I mean, worst case scenario, that guy was touching his ding dong and peeing in public, so he might end up on a list, and that would be some hot heat.
Hot. Oh my God! What a gross guy. I mean, what can I say other than this guy is a high key piece of garbage? Who fucking does, like, come on, man, you're working at a graveyard. It's not that hard. Like, oh God, what is wrong with you?
CBS apparently reports that residents who saw the video went to the playground and cleaned up the area.
Good.
Yeah, that's nice. Which is crazy because I have never heard a story of someone cleaning up somebody else's piss in New Jersey.
Oh, and on that note,
speaking of things that smell really bad,
exactly. Let's move to our friends at pleaserecordthis.com.
Hello, and thank you for checking out pleaserecordthis.com. My name is Patrick Thompson, a voice actor, ad writer, and jack of all trades. I have done ad reads, voice announcing, character creation, and voice impression work for over a decade. I hope you'll wander around the site, enjoy what you hear, and who knows, maybe we'll be working together soon.
Shameless plug.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's the thing is voiceover work is it's what little I have done, I've enjoyed doing. And I think it's really cool to be involved in something like that. And I do wish you the best of luck, man. To people to people out there. I mean, you hear him every time you tune on this show. If you need something, this doesn't just apply.
My voice is always grating and terrible.
But that's the thing. It doesn't just apply to people in industry. Right. If you need voice work to narrate a home video, if you need anything of that kind of sort,
tell your grandmother to go fuck herself. I don't care. You just send me the money, and I'll send you the voice file. That's it. It's that simple.
Life could be so grand,
right? I will do it as Trump.
Oh man, now let's just do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Absolutely. I would tell your grandmother to go fuck herself. Absolutely, it'd be a bigly deal. Everybody love it.
Wrong. Righty. So let's get into tonight's first section of the deep dive.
Oh, and boy, what might be? Am I excited about this one,
dude? This might be the coolest thing to come out of the pandemic. I defecateth thee not.
I am buying one.
I'm already on the list to be notified.
Oh God damn it! I need to do that before they all sell out.
Oh, they're gonna move quick. I can almost guarantee it. Razer is building a high-tech COVID mask that is going into production. So it was in the previous phases of the design where it was being, it was prototyped and things like that. And now it is going into full development. The mask has an awful lot of features that I wish we had in products when we started. The masks themselves are transparent. They're made of a kind of like a semi-hard plastic, but there's two battery-powered ventilators designed with medical professional in mind, like really, really carefully designed to do the job they're supposed to do. Yeah. They have in and out filtering.
They're amazing for raves.
Yeah, they have customizable LED lights on them, and they're transparent, so you can still see the facial gestures of people that you're talking to. And they feature a one-way mic, so when you talk, it'll play your voice out, so you don't have to like scream through your mic. You can just speak normally to people.
It's like where is grade 77321?
and in true Razer fashion, the lights are fully customizable RGB, and in low light conditions, an internal light pointed back at your face will turn on.
Oh my God, I need it.
I need it so bad.
I can make it for $40 in parts, but God damn it, I'll pay them $200 so I don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could get some like plastic thick plastic film.
I can go get one of the
holes and put filters.
It's so easy. Like I can go pick all those parts up right now at Mauser, and you're an electronics guy. You know Mauser.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: is if I bought a Teensy or something like that, that would almost get the price up to what I think. I think these. We'll come back to this. In the
Yeah.
words of the current White House press secretary, we will circle back on this.
I'm excited about it, though. Very, very excited.
I have one question for you, Mr. Patrick.
Oh, go on.
What do you think the price is going to be?
I think, knowing it's a Razer product, which Razer is a gaming brand, but that brings me back to my other thing about Razer. It's not the best gaming brand. It's a lot of hype and good marketing. So I think the retail is going to be around 170.
170. That's a little high for me. I was going to go 120.
If it's 120, I'll buy two. But I mean, their Siren mic, which is very subpar compared to my Yeti, is around the same price, $110. I don't see the value there. It's a bad USB condenser mic. You know, you have things like the Ouroboros that I used to own, the big fucking orb. That thing was awesome, but playability is what it circles back to for me. And being like, I felt like they were trying to create too many niche products too fast to be able to keep it correct. You know,
I generally, for gaming peripherals, I've leaned Corsair, particularly for mice, for a long time.
You know, Steel Series and Corsair are really starting to surprise me.
Corsair has not surprised me at all. I've been in a position where my expectations are met, which is kind of crazy. But my expectations are fairly high. I got big hands. I need buttons. I need things to be a certain way. It's the first time in my life I've actually worn out a mouse.
Big meat grippers.
Like, my hands are huge. No, they're just really close. I do not have tiny hands. My hands are normal size.
My hands, they're absolutely the same size as everybody else's hands. You see that? They're absolutely the same size. He's gonna nub you to death.
Well, Razer is putting this new product that doesn't have any competition into the market, right? The idea of an active powered mask, right? Which, of course, is yet another thing you'll have to charge. But we'll see. I have very, very high hopes, as opposed to my generally low expectations of our next segment, Cruz News.
Ted Cruz News, Ted Cruz News. How will he lose today? Find out now on BMN.
That was better than I expected. That should be it. That should be the end of segment. We just play the bumper, and that's it. Just leave people like, what the fuck was that fever dream?
Son of a bitch.
You know it's going to happen a lot more now.
Yeah. So what is the latest in the news of the cruise?
All right. So this was literally posted 3 hours ago. So around 4 o'clock. The title is quoted, "This is not a zoo, sir." Ted Cruz posted a video from his attempt to film a border facility. He posted the video Saturday, which was yesterday, in his attempt to film in an immigration facility in Donna, Texas, while alleging President Joe Biden's administration is keeping Americans from seeing what's unfolding at the southern border. And in quotes, he is quoted saying, "How far is Joe Biden going to stop American people from seeing inside the Donna CBP?" It sounds like he's trying to be an advocate here for just a second until you get to the point where he's just trying to film things that shouldn't be filmed. And like, it shouldn't, that whole thing shouldn't be filmed regardless. And one lady said, "This is not a zoo, sir." And they were asked not to film because it's degrading for the people who are in that facility.
Were they asked not to film 2 years ago?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that would be my only hang up, because if they were able to film this facility in recent history, then it would be to me, it's now I'm seeing like elements of partisan action, right? The idea that you can film this when the negative press that comes off it is going to be attached to somebody that, one way or another, right? If it's about attaching negative press to an individual that they want it to happen to, but if they were never allowed to film there, then I still have my reservations, right? Because like the situation was it was supposed to be completely fixed, right? Obviously, a vote to the direction of Uncle Joe meant no more bombing people. It meant no more kids in cages, right? Well,
right.
I hope we're not 0 for 2. Is my thing here. Like, I hope the situation has improved. We didn't do so well in the bombing. That was only 6 days, and this it doesn't look much better. But then again, how do you really know without going? And how do you, if you don't go, how do you know without, video being taken first in the first position? But it's kind of, I don't know. It seems to me like folks really ought to be informed. But yeah, thanks, Obama.
Right. And that's the thing, right? Like, why do we have this such terrible stigma? We still have people trying to say thanks Obama and shit like that. I'm like, God damn it, like, it's so over. The man did good for what he followed, and I'm not even saying George W. did a bad job. Like, he just did a subpar job. He made me feel like I could be president one day. That's how he did. Like,
I don't know if that's a compliment. No, but he did for me win the number one, like the award he won for me as number one president I wanted a beer with. So
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying George W. has been a way better ex-president than he was an actual president. Like, we talked about him a few weeks ago on the show about how he felt about the insurgents against the Capitol, and he agreed that it was bullshittery. Well,
I mean, it's the thing to keep in mind here is if it's bullshit one way, it's bullshit always.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy Carter was going to give a statement, but he fell at the podium and they had to rush him to the ER.
I'm pretty sure Joe Biden was going to give a statement, but he fell off the fucking plane. 3 times. Oh man. So I hope, like, all jokes aside, like, it worries me, but I hope that, he's not ailing to the point where that is legitimately like a nightmare for him to go up those stairs. That would be
president. They have drugs we've never heard of. It'll be okay. He'll make it at least 4 years, maybe, depending, and then we'll get Bernie Sanders.
Oh man. I don't know. I wish there was just like the next one that gets elected is like somebody nobody knows about. It's not, there's no star power. It's just a guy who we think's got decent ideas and is calm and collected, even-headed, and we can kind of anyone from anywhere can go, all right, this guy may actually have a shot at doing something.
All right, where's that fucking Cruz video when we need it?
I'm just tired of the star power, man. Like, man, if The Rock ran, I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. Like,
I wish
I'd have a beer with him.
Of all the people that I think are ineligible to run that should run, I wish it were Schwarzenegger. I would vote for him in a heartbeat.
That's he was a Republican, right? When he was in office.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. But you know what?
California Republican.
So super liberal everywhere else.
I mean, he seemed fairly middle of the road. I mean, the guy's always been an individualist. He's always been, like, if you watch his videos now, like, yeah, he definitely looks left in the way that he speaks, but there's a certain timbre about him that just seems like
he's calming and feels like he could wrap me in his words as if it were a comforting hug, even if we were being.
Look, I know it's difficult. We all have to come together and pull our own weight. We have to lift together.
Exactly.
We have to pump together, or nothing is going to happen.
I'm ballsy. That's one thing Trump is not. He's not ballsy.
No, Trump was ballsy, but I know now why you cry.
It's not a tumor.
Well, I guess to properly re-affix the train to the tracks and advance the plot of tonight's episode, the thing that you might have clicked on this video for, ladies and gentlemen, this is the title track of this album. Apple has issued an emergency iPhone security update. So I don't know that I've seen the call for an update. It might have just kind of happened. I don't know. I don't really pay much
I had to
attention
physically go into general and find it. Like, it wasn't even a notification. Like, you'll get it right now if you go to general and hit software update.
Oh, well, I'm reading the script on the phone, so when it's done, I'll do it.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. We'll lose you. We don't need that. We don't need you to try to improv. It's okay. No, I'm kidding.
Stay on this.
Mr. Trump, stay on the script.
Wrong. When the Donald wants to talk, the Donald grabs the mic and talks.
It's huge. It's a huge deal.
Well, apparently, it was pushed out for iOS, iPadOS, and it was what they're calling a 0-day flaw, right? Which is something that I've heard used a lot when people don't want to accept responsibility for bad behavior in the IT world. They will call it a 0-day flaw, meaning that they had no advanced warning of it whatsoever. Some part of me doubts that, but that's just the skeptic. But apparently, according, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is the first malware found for M1 series Macintosh computers.
I think so. They were saying they tried pushing it out as fast as they could to everybody. And in quotes to them, Apple was aware of this report that this issue may have been actively exploited, i.e., meaning is already being used to hack iPhones and iPads. Updating will fix the problem. So hopefully nobody's shit was affected by this, because I know many, too many fucking people with iPhones. I might or might not have one. I don't know. I like Android.
I use a BlackBerry. I've had the same phone for 13 years. I have the little ball you used to get around the screens is busted, but that's fine. I just use it to make calls anyway.
I use a Nokia 3310.
I ran over with my truck once. And by once, I mean 35 times. It always falls out of my pocket because the bottoms of my pockets are come unstitched. And so when I get in the car, it always falls out. And then when I back out, I run over it.
I'm just saying, a lot of people have tried to sway me, because I have a lot of friends who have the Pixels and all that. And they're like, why don't you go back to, what is this? Switchblades are frowned upon on campus. So I bought a sidekick. Ooh, speaking of shitty phones, the Juke. The Juke was Switchblade-esque.
Did I have?
It was that really thin, looked like a square vape, like a puff bar.
Oh, and I remember that. No, I didn't have one of those. I had
it was a variety
like chocolate bar.
Oh, I wanted a chocolate for the longest time, because it was like truly one of the first phones to come in an array of colors.
I don't think it was the actual chocolate one. I don't think it was that, but it was like, it looked like a bar, like a bar. It was the size of a bar of soap, and it slid both ways.
Oh, did you ever drop it?
I was pretty good about not dropping my shit. Although part of me wishes I still had that phone, because of how like light and easy to use, and how long the battery lasted. And
I recently bought a 2008 Dodge Caliber. And in the center console, I was trying to figure something out, because I wasn't reading the stickers. It has this flip out thing in the console. It's where you fit a fucking flip phone or a Nokia.
A flip. Oh, I remember that. And like you can connect it to the car, and it just. I know someone who had one of those. I think it was in his truck, and it was like 2005, 6, somewhere in that. Yeah,
but
I remember that.
Good old dirge.
And you remember like I caught this way too late, but by the time I saw the Matrix, technology had advanced beyond it. But those old Sony phones with you push the button, and the bottom one,
yeah,
and Mr. Wizard, get me the hell out of here.
You know what Dodge stands for? Fix it again, Tony.
That's not the right one. I was looking at the new Razer that came out because the folding screens are starting to stabilize, but they're not there yet. But I saw the new Razer and I was like, I want it so bad.
The Razer phone was kind of cool, but I don't like that. Even when it's unfolded, it's still like this, so it's kind of an awkward size. I don't know. I gotta move one of these. That's the diamond cutter. DDP, yo. I can't make a square. We'll talk about it later. My God. Oh.
That was a visual joke. For those of you listening on the podcast, fuck you.
Exactly. Watch the real show like a person.
Nah, some people want to, watch while they're, working or out doing the pushing the lawnmower or something. They don't have one of them
Right.
things you stick your phone in so you can watch YouTube with your eyes.
This is solely for the audio only people out there. Sean, watch this magic trick.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Holy shit. For those of you watching, laugh along with us. Those of you listening, there's a YouTube available for you, as well as a website and a bunch of other garbage that you can check out at your leisure. We do it for you.
We're going to move on, folks, to who the fuck made this list.
Tonight's list is top 5 museums to visit before you die. Number 1, John Zelmick's Toenails of the Stars Museum and Personal Collection in Winnipeg, North Dakota. Make sure to check out the gift shop and dessert bar for shaved coconut pie.
God damn it, that's funny. Oh, shit. Number 2.
It's not coconut.
No, not at all. It's crunchier. Number 2, Madame Tordal's House of the Spooky 1943 Wheat Penny in Salem, Idaho. Come gaze at the penny she swears destroyed her marriage and made her cheat on her husband. Gaze upon it today for only $23.99 per ticket.
It's actually $24, but they give you the penny back.
Exactly. It's a replica of the 1923 wheat penny.
Which is not worth what the 1923 wheat penny is worth. It's just
I'm sorry, 1943 penny. Wheat penny. I'm sorry. 43. Going with continuity on the jokes here.
They give you your penny back, but they put it in one of those little machines with the crank first, so they give you your change, and it's one of those those souvenir pennies. I used to love those. They actually had books that you could collect those.
You know what? I did. I gotta say, I'm a sucker for the fucking souvenir pennies. Like, I love them to death.
Yeah, I'm going to start that up again when I start doing the theme park thing. I'm going to start carrying the cash and pennies to make souvenir pennies. But
exactly. I need to find one of those fucking crank machines they make. We work 30 seconds for. And also, don't speed through it. A good press is a nice slow turn.
Yeah. If you speed through it, you won't break into the.
Just go to the bank and get a fresh 2021 roll, a fresh one, and keep them in your car. And when you go somewhere you know is going to have them, pop 5 or 6 of those bastards in there, bring a roll of quarters, go to town. Too fat to ride the roller coaster? Make pennies.
Hey there, you too fat to ride the roller coasters? That's all right. Why don't you stand over here? We got a place for all you folks that'll stop the cart right at the top of the loop. So that way people don't fall out when their restraints don't work quite right. And over here, we got a snack bar and a penny machine. We even give you the pennies for free.
I'm telling you, don't ever trust a carnival where the tilt-a-whirl has not been put together by a meth addict running on 2.5 hours of sleep.
All right, number 3. Ron Jeremy's House of Spunk Socks in Santa Cruz, Los Santa Cruz, Maine. Glory at what this baby gravy Ron Jeremy has left behind in his legendary spunk sock collection. Over 275 pairs of freestanding exhibits available for your perusal and enjoyment. Fun for the whole family.
Yeah, Grandma can even use them as sock puppets, I've heard. It's great for osteoporosis.
And bad for your dignity.
If you listen real quiet, I can hear Dan cackling in the other room.
It's a bit of a distance to go. You might just be hearing my wife.
Hey, maybe she's watching for once. No, she hates us. It's cool.
Well, I made fun of Patrick one time for having what he called Philly cheesesteak tots. I know that after tonight's recording, I've got some wings and some pizza tots coming, so I can't make fun of him anymore.
Whoa.
His choice of tater tot
Hold the
pizza.
fucking phone. What the fuck is a pizza tot?
It's sure, Dan. I believe, to the best of my knowledge, it is a boat of tater tots that are covered in marinara sauce, potentially some other pizza toppings, and mozzarella cheese.
God damn it, I'm going to Walmart after this.
Let's all go to Walmart.
Number 4 on the list. Directly located across the street from Tyler Perry's House of Pain, O.J. Simpson's House of Innocence, Dayton, Ohio. Oh my God. Come learn the wonders and loopholes of the justice system. Here you get to go through a simulation of trial by jury. Fun for everyone. Reenact all your favorite OJ moments. Forcing a glove on your hand. Hire a hologram of the one and only Johnny Cochran to help your defense. His whole memory's been uploaded, guys. You can ask him anything. Remember, if the pen don't fit, it didn't quit. I know that's the wrong line, but I did it purposely. Hire a hologram of him. Hire the hologram. Get the hologram experience. It's like Tupac on stage. Even drive a simulated Ford Bronco down the 405, complete with incriminating evidence under the tailgate. That was not your ex-wife's hair under there. No. So let's keep it rolling.
Now that sounds like a great way to spend an afternoon. Get your plane tickets today, folks.
Yeah, because Dayton has such a big airport.
Dayton,
Ohio. Purchase of ticket includes a free OJ.
By that we mean the beverage, audio listeners.
Sure.
Number 5, Winona Ryder's Museum of Borrowed Art and Artifacts. That's in Detroit, Michigan. You don't even have to buy a ticket. You just have to sneak in. Wonderfully, the soundtrack of the museum was recently updated to play Jane's Addiction's cult classic, Been Caught Stealing, on repeat.
Boom, burn. Fucking Winona Ryder. I don't know why, like, when I was writing this list, it started off with fake names, and I was like, fuck it, celebrities.
I don't know why, but this is like my favorite part of the show to write, because it's a creative process where you get to just, like, you start with, like, we usually start with a list of real things and then just make it just proceed into just absolute utter delirium. And it's really fun to be able to exercise those demons from my own brain.
Got to get that gobbledygook out of there.
Exactly. Speaking of gobbledygook, let's hear from our friends at our sister station and partner group, KWZL.
Hey there. I see I caught your attention with some eye candy. I know. If it was my face, you'd keep scrolling on by. I just wanted to let everyone know that when you're on your favorite app, Stereo, that you can find some great content put out by KWZL and our merry band of DJs, Taco Truck California, Patrick Please One, Dr. Gonzo, Yeah I Am Silver, Iris Nightfall, Von Roy, Foggy 420, Core, and Head Mahez. All you have to do is download the Stereo app, tap the magnifying glass, and type KWZL. It's that simple to find great programming on Stereo. And remember to browse on over to 889kwzl.online.
I love how I jab at Stereo in that ad.
Now that we've busted out the rope, let's tie it up, folks, with the tie-up.
God, I love that fucking bumper.
So you've got some late breaking news. You mentioned something early before we started the show.
Did I?
I suppose so, but perhaps it is just my imagination.
I don't remember.
I keep forgetting.
Marty, we gotta go back.
I just saw a movie yesterday, and I know this breaks my rule on endorsements, but I went and saw the Odenkirk movie. Oh geez. I just saw the Odenkirk movie Nobody.
How was it? I want to see
it. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but
I just need to know A, B, C, or D.
What do you mean A, B? Oh, letter grade?
Yeah.
Purely subjective, A+.
Oh yes. I have
it's an
such
adrenaline rush the whole time.
Bob Odenkirk. So it's a lot like Crank.
It shares moment. Yeah, actually, it does have kind of like that. Producer Dan has a thing about Tenet. He likes poking at me with that. Tenet, I would give a score of let's see, I would give it 55 taco cats.
A fucking F. I would give it an absolute fucking F. I'm sorry. No.
No. We have angered the wizard behind the curtain.
Mr. Wizard, get me the hell out of here.
Can't do that. That's the Wachowski brothers.
He's like, nope. And as fast as he was here, he disappeared.
And just like that.
Was he here? Was it a figment of your imagination? Was it a psychedelic trip on some mushrooms that you accidentally ordered from the teenager at Little Caesars? Who knows?
Or did you just...
I am the teenager at Little Caesars.
Same. I think that teenager's in all of us.
I'm sorry,
somewhere.
but this new feature, I like this new feature on Call an Angry Producer.
Ask producer Dan. Wrong.
So
I would give Tenet exactly. My rating for Tenet is taco cat. If you don't know what that means, then you understand my rating for Tenet.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, Tenet is a movie that is it is a thing. It is a thing. Should you watch it? Yes. Will it be the best movie you've ever watched? Probably not. Is it up to the standard of Christopher Nolan's best work? No, it is not.
That's okay. My standard for a really good movie is Dumb and Dumber. The second one. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you're waiting. That's a good movie. You want to talk about good movies?
I really enjoyed the first Dumb and Dumber. That's my thing. Okay,
so hey, those of you listening, why don't you add us on Twitter at BMN Pod on Facebook? Just hit us with a message. Let us know what movie you like that other people would give you shit for. How about that? Just in the name of producer Dan, just so we can take him off. And if you at our show and just say Tenet was the best movie ever, we will put your.
I like Tusk.
I will come in like a raining fucking firestorm, and I will
massacre you.
I will fuck you up.
I didn't know we had Nick Cage on here tonight. I'm so excited.
No, that was Tom. That was Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
remember I
forgot he was in there.
Yeah, he was the producer. Yeah. It's like, I will massacre you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This show has so much. Dude, I love that Dan can do this now. Like, we're evolving.
Look, your guys' support, those of you who've been supporting us have enabled us to do wonderful things like this, where we have the time and availability to look at our tools and our equipment and make it better for you. So we want to take a moment to discuss the ways that you have helped us in the past and the way that you all hopefully can continue to support the program as we do this shit. So first place to look is on our website at bmnpod.com, where we have our show, which if you are not subscribed and you're listening on Facebook right now, please go over to YouTube and subscribe. That is a huge thing you can do that'll cost you a great total of $0.
And unlike watching the show, there are no pictures of us on here, so you won't have to see us. It's great.
Yet. I'm working on that. We're going to have an about
Fuck.
section. Yeah, it's okay. The world needs to know. So also we have a shop on our store, and a shop on our store, a store on our shop, and a shop on our site. Rap God.
And a chicken in every pot.
And a partridge in a pear tree. We've got 6 products up here right now for you guys, including a fanny pack, the street team shirt, which that's really the kind of the flagship right now is the street team gear. You're going to start seeing that on us.
Buy that mofo. Yeah, as soon as I'm not poor. No, I'm kidding. So it depends on you. No,
yeah, please buy these so we can have one too.
I would like ramen tonight.
But this shirt is going to be what you see our street team in when you see our street team out and about. And we're working on building a street team right now. Anyone who wants to help be a part of the show in a way to kind of help spread the word, right? Reach out to me at boston@bmnpod.com or over at ambassadors@bmnpod.com. You can reach us there. And you can also, on the homepage of our website, sign up for a newsletter. That newsletter will help keep you in touch with is he doing? What is going on here?
I'm just watching Sean Dan.
Is he, in the words of Sum 41, fucking with the program?
He is. You don't see what he's doing?
I sit very far from my monitor.
Oh, he is. The quantity is up to 600 shirts.
There you go. Look at that. Producer Dan setting the standard by which we hope every single one of you will follow.
We can retire like tomorrow if somebody buys 800 shirts.
Well, big thing here is if you are listening on Facebook, go over to YouTube, search Basically Morning News, and subscribe to that channel and turn on the alerts. We really, really, really need to get those numbers up. And I know there's a ton of you guys that follow our Facebook page. And so if you see this video, go on over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested in helping get the show out there, we need your help. So send an email to boston@bmnpod.com and ask about the ambassador program, and we will get you lined up to be a member of our street team. That is about all I got. Patrick, you got something?
The only thing I want to say is make sure you check out bmnpod.com. I just want to reiterate that. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, YouTube. Check out the store. It's wonderful. I have some stuff ordered, and you guys are why we do this. We love everybody out there, the views and the comments. They're always fun. And we are just glad to have you here with us. And to end the show, I'm going to say keep an open heart and an open mind. Sean?
Keep your eyes open for the show this Thursday night. We're doing trivia night again. And until then, but that's Thursday. There is a show coming up on Tuesday, but that will not be trivia night. So if you liked trivia from last week, buckle up, friends, because it's going to get hairy.
Freedom! The most used video.
Stay fucked, America. Jesus.